There's a very easy investment method that you can do every single week, and it's so easy that all you need to do is include it as part of your weekly routine, and it takes about 5 or 10 minutes. Once done, you send everything to your club, forget about it for a few weeks, come back, and then can list them for a much higher price. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it. But before we do get into the video, if you do want to skip investing and just get to the point in where you have coins in your account, then there is no better place than AOA. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 23 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic at checkout, you also get yourself a 3% discount. Link can be found in the description down below.
Nice.
For this video, we're really revisiting a previous video that we have done on the channel. Back when FIFA 23 was first released, I showed you a team of the week investing method. Every single Wednesday before a new team is released, you will buy some of those players which are part of the existing team, which are considered good investments. And the players that I typically look at is anyone going for their minimum. We're talking 10,000, even 9,700 coins, somewhere around there. Or players which I think are just undervalued. These could be 86, 87 rated players which are 10, 20k. And all I would do is buy them and send them to my club. Forget about them. But this wasn't just about the team of the week. I would also do it around Friday promos. When a new promo is released, depending on what it actually is, I will then buy into some of those cheaper players the following week. And I've done this every single week so far of FIFA 23, and it's led to me having quite a lot of players. There are 4 full teams, including the starting 11, subs and reserves, just filled with different types of special cards, and it would vary. In there you will see some team of the weeks, but it'll also go down to silver team of the weeks, bronze team of the weeks, and then there's other special cards such as your one to watch, and the list just keeps on going on. But recently, we've hit the point in which some of these players have increased. And the reason they have increased is different for every single player. For a lot of people that were playing at the beginning of FIFA 23, bought into these players or even managed to pack them, are no longer playing. So this has led to certain players being not as common as what they once were. For other types of cards, they are required for different types of SBCs, different types of objectives, different types of challenges, and this has resulted in their price increasing. And finally, and this is a rare one, but some of the players that I have sold have only increased because of other FIFA communities saying that they will be used for an SBC. They've all of a sudden tried to buy up as many of these players as possible. It's increased. That's the point in which I've sold them, only for that player not to be used for any type of SBC. Now you'll notice when I'm going through this that I do not sell every single player at once, because not every player increases at the exact same rate. But that is perfectly fine. You do not need to go and sell everyone at the exact same time, especially with the way that I initially told you to actually buy into these players. See, when I do my weekly routine, I do not put all of my coins into these types of investments. I would trade from Thursday all the way around to the following Wednesday, and I'll try to build up as many coins as possible. And let's say, for example, I was able to make 100,000 coins of profit. I would not put all 100,000 coins into those new players, because that means I've lost everything that I was able to build over that week. I would put just 50%. I'll find 5 players which I think are reasonably priced. I think they can increase, so I'll buy them and just store them into my club. And that still leaves me with 50k left over on top of the coin balance which I initially started with, so that I can trade even more and just keep on building this up. That way I would still have coins in my account to use to build different teams, go through different SBCs, do the things that I want to do within FIFA, maybe even just carry on trading. But I'm also adding on top of this with all the players that I am storing into the club, which are ready to be used. On average, each player that I do send to my club stays there for anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks until I go through every single one, depending what's happening on FIFA. Sometimes I don't need to do this, other times I'll do it more often than just once per week. But depending on the content that EA is releasing and depending the community's reaction will depend on whether or not I will go through and check the price of every single one of these players. If they are selling more than a couple thousand coins than what I initially bought them in, I'm happy to go and sell them on. And with some of the players that I have sold, they've increased a lot more. you'll see some want to watches which I bought right at the beginning of the year, and even though they haven't increased in their rating, they have increased in price, so I'm happy to sell them. I've been able to make a profit without them needing to be boosted with their card stats. There's also other players which will increase for no apparent reason. So an example of this for the recorded footage that I do have is Musa Dejit, and I'm probably mispronouncing the name. Apologies. I'm not sure why he increased, but as a 78 rated player, I bought him for his minimum when he was available and is currently going anywhere between 17 up to about 25k. I listed him at that lower end and he pretty much sold immediately, so I probably could have got a bit more out of him. But how I am finding the prices for all of these players, you don't want to waste your time and go through each of them individually and check the transfer market. It's so much easier just to use a site such as Footbin. Just type in Footbin, type in the player's name, and you'll see exactly what they're going for. This being for the consoles, so PlayStation and Xbox, which are available with cross-platform, and then also you can go and see what PC is going for. For the players that don't sell, I still use them, and I can use them in a few different ways. The first way is by going through and playing different types of matches. Now, I don't play online with all of these players, but if I'll go into a squad battles match as a warm-up before I play it online, I don't want to waste the contracts for my main team, so I will just go and use one of these team of the week teams which I put together, and even though the players aren't in position, it really doesn't matter. I'm just playing a game against the AI as a warm-up, and I also get to go and select the difficulty, so I should be winning. At the end, I'll get anywhere between 600 to 900 coins from the match itself, plus also I'll be progressing through the leaderboards of squad battles. This really doesn't count to much, but I like to think that because I'm using this team and because I'm able to get these coins by playing with these types of players, that gradually over time, this also lowers their average cost because they are making coins back for me. Now, it's rare for me to apply any contracts to these types of players, so I will get them down to one contract be remaining, and then I'll send them to my club, never to use them again, only to sit and hold on to them until they're useful. The second way in which I use these players is if there is any SBCs which I want to go through and complete and they require team of the week players. Typically, because I've been able to buy a lot of these at their minimum, it means once it comes round to an SBC being released, which does require team of the week players and there's quite a lot of demand for them, I have options. I can sell the players which are used for this SBC because they've now increased in price. I've done that several times and made a very good amount of profit in a very short amount of time. But the other option that I have is that I could just complete the challenge a lot cheaper than the average player because I've been able to buy them at their minimum weeks or even months before. Now, this doesn't apply to every single special card, it does mainly apply to those which are team of the weeks. It's extremely rare for there to be SBCs which require other types of special cards which are part of the Friday promo. Normally the Friday promo is there to offer players for people to get within packs and then listen to the transfer market, and it's rare for them ever to be used to go and bring in SBCs that are available. So with some of the players that I bought into, such as the Rule Breakers, the Road to the Knockout, they're not going to be used for challenges, especially now that those promos are no longer active. So there's less of a chance for those to increase based just on SBCs which are available, but the SBCs themselves do apply to the team of the week, so that's definitely a benefit to buy more team of the weeks than there is for other special cards. It is now part of my weekly routine not just to buy players, but when there is new content to be added, to actually go through and check the players that I've already bought to see who I'm able to list. I'm not able to list every single one of them, but if I go through the 4 or 5 teams that I do have, I will be able to find a few players which have increased by 4,000 or 5,000 coins. I'm happy to take that as profit and then use those coins to buy into even more players, which will hopefully increase as time goes on. When this really gets good is during Christmas, because Christmas is when there is several promos being active all at the exact same time, and EA pushes out as many different SBCs. It comes as a daily basis. That's probably when I'll try to go and sell as many of these as possible so that by the time January rolls around, I can start to get ready for Team of the Year. But until that happens, I'm going to continue buying into these players for the next couple of weeks and seeing how they go, seeing how they increase over time. And so far, this has added a lot of coins into my account, but unfortunately, I'm not able to show you because I've immediately used those coins to buy into more players. This is a method that works every single year. Last year, people were saying that it wasn't going to work because the market was a lot lower compared to what we've had in previous years. And this year, people said the exact same thing because yet again, the market is a lot lower compared to previous years, but it is still working. And it is a great way for you to build coins if you're one of the players which have a very limited amount of time to put into the game. Of course, there are far better investments, and typically with those types of investments, you need to be more active. Stay up to date with the community, see what leaks are available, and always be there to buy into the players at the right time and also sell them at the right time. With this one, it's lazy, and I like that. I spend just a couple hours per week playing FIFA, and with this I could just buy the players that I need, install them into my club, forget about them, and then sell them later on. But anyway guys, if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going, so see ya.